This is To the Rescue Authentic Networking, and I'm Jennifer Johnson, Executive Director of TTR Networking and Relationship Marketing Coach. This show is all about authentic business networking know-how, relationship building, and the success strategies used by our members to grow their businesses and to give back to local nonprofits. Be sure to stay up to date. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Be sure to click the bell to get the notifications. Oh, yeah, and please visit our website, ttrnetworking.com. We are TTR Networking. We're industry-exclusive networking groups. We meet weekly to share easy relationship marketing tools, fun, entertaining, and informative events and fundraising. We are so glad you're here. Now on with the show.
Welcome to the Rescue Authentic Networking Show. We are so glad to have you here today with us. My name is Nicole Williams with my co-host Jennifer Johnson and Don Evans Casey. We'd like to give a shout out to our friends and send out cards. We'd love you to get a card on us for free. It is sendoutcards.com/thankful single mama. And it's MOMMA, and it's just amazing. Just a free card. Just get in there and download the website, send out cards, get in there, and you can pick a custom-made card already sent out, or that you can send, or you can make your own. So it's just a lot of fun. So
you are doing a bunch of yeah. You're having fun with it. I was just going to say, you're doing a lot of stuff.
We are, my girls and we finished today 150 cards to a friend's nursing home because, with going on right now, they can't have visitors. It's just a really hard time. So we finished it today. So we're very excited.
Oh, good. Well, there are a lot of good things coming out of all this hibernating at home. But yeah, well, I'm doing well. We just want to make sure that people out there know that this is not, that we're all going through it on different levels. I mean, it's literally hitting our family. My husband's brother is struggling right now, and we talk about the serenity prayer. I'm not laughing. I'm just saying when we picked this out, the serenity prayer was it really was just, I love the serenity prayer, but right now, the God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And right now, I guess I would just say that's the guiding light. We can't control what's going on around us by any means, but it's how we respond to it. And you have your daughters you're sending out cards to a nursing facility. I mean, how cool is that you're doing? How are you guys doing otherwise? I know you had some other
otherwise they've been doing e-learning at home because the schools were closed through May 1st. We got word yesterday they're going to be closed the rest of the 2019-2020 year, and just I've got 9th grader, 12th grader, and it hits them both hard, but just kind of working through it, and just they're graduating is a big thing for my 12th grader, but I'm like there's going to be things. Don't think that you guys are forgotten. There are things, but we're just praying for the sick people, it's just scary. It's every day, you hear something new, and just that they, get the ventilators, the gloves, the nurses, the doctors get everything that they need to help. We're just so thankful.
Yes. So we definitely want to send our prayers out there, and talking about prayers and knowing what the right words are to say. Dawn, are you with us? How are you?
I am. I'm doing okay. I'm experiencing life at home. Been indoors for several days now, but staying active on the internet, communicating, I think it's really important that people stay connected during this time.
Yeah.
I've noticed that there are lots of ways to stay safe and still help others. And that's, something that I like to encourage folks to do is think of ways to either pick up the phone and call and check in on somebody, or if you can deliver food or goods to a neighbor who may be lacking on supplies, to do that safely. But there are lots of ways to stay connected and stay contributing to the good of society. So I'm optimistic. I'm hanging in here.
Good, good. Well, I'm so glad that our connection is better. We had a call earlier and the connection was not very good. Yeah. But talking about connections, we got to talk to our guest today is, we're so excited to have Craig Blanton. And Craig's one of our leaders in our TTR group, so he can tell you more about that. But Craig is a regional leader with Primerica, which some people may not know Primerica. So you're gonna educate us all on Primerica here. And Craig is actually one of the bright spots in our leadership. I always enjoy we caught up a couple weeks ago, and it's just really nice to have good people. Dawn's one of our leaders, and Craig is one of our newer leaders, but he's done a great job. So we are so glad that you're here, Craig. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling fantastic today. I definitely was down last week a little bit. We had originally intended, I think, this call to happen a couple weeks ago, and I was pretty sick. But I think I'm on the road to recovery, so excited about moving forward.
Yeah, good. Well, even though the three of us might know you and maybe know some of your story, whatever, but we do want you to share with our listeners and viewers. We know you're Craig Blanton, but what do you do? And what is this whole pandemic thing, damn thing? What is it doing to your business? How has it changed? Just fill us in.
Sure. So I love working with Primerica. One of the things that's been really, really positive, though, out of this whole thing for us is Primerica has always been on the forefront of technology in business. And so it's kind of interesting that, when things happen like this, innovation has to take place. It's forced to. And so something that I really, really have always loved about Primerica is the people. We're definitely in a people business. We like to help people. And so it's been a little bit odd to not get to interact in person with folks, but things like Zoom and the technology that we have in our back office has really allowed me to continue to do at least business as usual. And I'd probably even say there's been an uptick in business because it's easier to access people now.
Sure.
I don't have to make sure that they're home or anything like that. It's where they are, or on the go or whatever. We can just jump on Zoom and do what we need to do to take care of people.
Mm-hmm. Cool. So it hasn't really changed. It's just increasing, right?
Yeah, it's really probably better, if anything, which is
just real quick,
been kind of fun to see.
Yeah, I know Nicole has a question, but Primerica, for those who don't know, Primerica is, how did somebody, what could they know about it?
So Primerica can be described a whole lot of different ways, but the easiest way to say it is we are a one-stop shop when it comes to personal finance.
Okay.
So there are a lot of companies that help you with a lot of different kinds of financial products and services. Mm-hmm. Primerica really has it all. So if you want to save money or get ready for retirement or cheaper insurance or just get out of debt, save for college for your kiddos, just anything and everything that has to do with money, we're probably involved or able to help you figure it out some way or another.
Cool. Okay. Good answer. Okay.
Craig, can you tell us what being authentic means to you?
Sure. So authentic, I think, is just being real. That's something that I've always really strived to do with my business, is just always be upfront and honest with people. There's Primerica's so good and easy anyway, because it's just, we always take a very common sense approach to finance, and so there's really nothing to hide. There's nothing to be I don't know, fearful of or underhanded or twisted or anything. And so I've always just been able to be myself and talk to people and be real with them.
Yep. Real's a good one. Good one. John? John.
Yes.
Take it away.
Oh, no.
Craig, what methods do you utilize to reach new clients and make new connections?
Sure. So one of the biggest sources of new clients for me has always been referrals. And so I have a lot of friends and family that pass me referrals, but TTR was honestly just one more way to build relationships with people that they can develop trust in me and see the goodness of Primerica. And expand the sources I get referrals from.
Cool. That's a good answer. Oh, it's my turn. I guess I need to ask you, you know what, Craig, I think you kind of happened into our groups. I don't know. A lot of people, I think back on how does somebody end up in our groups. I'm not sure if I knew you and I recruited you. I think somebody in the Broad Ripple group knew you. And that spot happened to open. So is that how you ended up in TTR, or is that the Broad Ripple group?
So not really. It's kind of funny. Jennifer and I met probably 4 or 5 years ago at a different networking event by a different networking circle. We won't name names, but we met at a networking event just kind of by happen chance. And then all these years later, I was just looking for a closed networking circle to plug into, and it's not always easy to find an open seat for personal finance, especially because I cover so many different areas of personal finance.
Right. True.
Right. And so you know, if I'm looking for a group and somebody's the life insurance person, well, then there goes my seat. But if that same group maybe has the investment person, well, there goes a different seat that I could cover too. But and so it's just kind of tricky to find a good group to plug into. And so I just looked for groups in the area. Our offices are at 75th and Binford, and so one of the closest things that came up in a Google search was Broad Ripple Networking, and they had just recently had the financial person vacate this seat. And so I went and visited and really enjoyed the people I got to meet. And so that's how it started. Probably year and a half ago, I got plugged in.
Then he got recruited to be the leader. He didn't know what he walked into, but he does a great job. He does.
I could have told him how that works.
Yeah. Would you have like a quick story or anything, Craig? I know I think when people go into maybe they don't understand, first of all, it is one person per industry. So that's kind of unique. Do you, and we don't, sometimes we're trying to get to our guests so fast that I forget to say something about the industry exclusivity and stuff. But so your group can get gigantic, but you're going to be the only one in your group, in your industry. So is there any stories or anything that you could share, or maybe something you said that it was, I don't know that I remember meeting you before, but that's okay. I'm good with that. That's funny. But you know what? We all do a lot of networking. So I'm sure it did happen. But do you have any stories that you could share about anything offhand? If not, maybe there's a unique thing about your group that you really like, or I don't know.
Sure. So our group, I feel like, and I've not visited all the groups, and I don't know all of the members of TTR, but the Broad Ripple Networking Group is pretty unique. We have a lot of diversity in age. We have a lot of diversity in industry for sure. We have a few people that are maybe more traditional business models. We have obviously a lot of self-employed people. We have some non-traditional businesses that you wouldn't necessarily think of, like air purifiers, and of course we have real estate. We have a lady that does taxes for us. And so it's a really unique group, just all across the board for sure. But a particular story, I don't know about a particular story, but maybe just kind of the feel of the group.
Yeah, that'd be
is
good.
just that, yeah, just that our group has become very friendly with each other. I think we would consider each other friends. It's not just a business atmosphere. We genuinely enjoy getting together each and every week and having lunch together and catching up. And it's definitely been kind of awkward these last few weeks, not getting to do that. I know Jennifer's visited our group a few times, and our waitress even knows most of our food orders because we're there every week and get to hang out and yeah.
What I was going to say, I'm sorry, I'm jumping right on top of that.
Sure.
I know we got other questions to ask, but one of the things I don't think we've even mentioned, our groups are meeting. They're just meeting online, you know. So when we say it's awkward, it is awkward because now we've moved to this online platform, but we're still meeting. Dawn's group, Craig's group, our Northside group, we are all meeting at the same time. Yeah. So have you found that to be, now you were sick the first week we did that, Craig, and then I think you weren't able to be on the call the other day, but
right. No, it's been fun. It's definitely been different. Like I said, a kind of an awkward transition because we are so used to seeing each other in person each and every week. But it's been really good doing it over Zoom. It's been kind of fun because people are mostly at home. And so we're meeting pets and babies and some family members and these kind of things that we wouldn't necessarily get to do at a weekly lunch.
Right, exactly.
It's been fun. It's been different, but it's been fun.
Good. Yeah.
One more thing that I wanted to say about the TTR groups, Jennifer, so we have 12 now, and we have spots open for people who might be interested, and you're working on 2 more groups, you know, so just want to throw that out there. Any of our audience interested, you know.
Right. Well, kind of reach out. Yeah, feel free to reach out. The cool thing is, and Dawn, I'll let you take it away with the nonprofits here in a second, but the idea that, you'd think the Zoom would keep people from checking it out, but we got people jumping on that are not, all of our groups or a lot of our groups are getting people who are curious because now they're free. They can get on a phone call and, you're thinking, and we're meeting at the same time that we would anyway. So you're not being able to hug or to shake hands or whatever and, have lunch together. But in some cases we are. I mean, we're sitting there eating while we're talking. So Dawn, take it away. Are you there?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
I am. One of the things that really attracted me to TTR was the focus on nonprofits and giving back to the community. I was at one time a part of the Broad Ripple Networking Group before you joined, Craig, and that was a great bunch of people, most definitely. So I was wondering if you would share with us which nonprofits and community groups you particularly are interested in supporting, and any stories about what the Broad Ripple Networking Group has done to support nonprofits and community groups in the past time that you've been a member, that, how you engaged and what benefit came of it.
Sure. So one thing that definitely attracted me, and I won't speak for everybody in our group, but a lot of our members in our group definitely are attracted to the idea that TTR encourages groups to be plugged into nonprofit organizations. So we, at least every other month, sometimes close to once a month, we'll have a nonprofit speaker come into our group and just be able to share with our group of folks who they are and what they do and why we maybe want to support that particular group. That being said, our group has really plugged into I'll call it 3 different nonprofits that we really support fairly regularly. So one of those is one that I know all of TTR, a lot of TTR supports, is the Secret Families of Hamilton County, which I've got family involved with that. And so that was kind of a natural fit for me anyway.
That's good.
But the the secret families really caught on this year in particular. We donated quite a bit of money as a group, and we had several individuals step up and go and volunteer at their volunteer day. So that was really neat to see. A second organization that we're supporting right now is the 24 Foundation. And so one of our group members, Steve Lunsford, is actually on the board for the 24 Foundation. And they are a cancer recovery nonprofit. And so what they do is there's a lot of things along the way that cancer patients can have access to as far as healthcare help and things like that. But then a lot of times when a cancer patient survives, there's still things to be done that the 24 Foundation really steps in and tries to help out with that process.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So they do a walk in the summertime. Hopefully we're allowed to do such things by then. I know we're planning on as a group participating in that. And then we also have a group member that is a part of the Exchange Club, Lawrence Exchange Club. And so we've participated in several of their activities, such as the flag ceremony. So they actually put up American flags in a giant field for the 4th of July week.
Mm-hmm.
And so some really, really cool things like that. So we definitely have done some charitable donations through the group, but we also, I'm pretty proud of the fact that we actually get out and use our hands and feet to do the work too.
Good job.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Good job.
Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so can you tell us how we can find you, where we can find you for the services that you offer?
For sure. Yep. So the easiest ways to get a hold of me would be a call or a text. My phone number is 317-691-4513, or by email at Blanton, my last name, BLANTONCS@gmail.com.
And that will all be in the notes of this in the YouTube, our show notes.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay, well, we want to thank you, Craig, so much for joining us today and telling us all about Primerica and everything that, your nonprofits and everything. Dawn, is there anything you'd like to share with us? Anything else today?
I will share that I'm going to send a document to Jennifer to share with the TTR Networking on our website and so forth that is all about volunteer opportunities within Indianapolis during COVID-19. So just because we're on a stay-at-home type of lockdown for our own safety doesn't mean that we have to stop helping others and helping the community. So I hope everyone checks that out. And for those who are not local to Indianapolis, I just want to say, blood donations are always needed, especially in a time like this, to call your local blood bank or Red Cross and find out how you can safely help through blood donations or ordering and sending food to your local food pantry is always something that is helpful as well. So
Thank
thanks.
you.
Good.
Jennifer, do you have a quote for us?
Well, you know what? I do have a quote, but I wanted to give Craig maybe one more chance. Would you have, Craig, any last parting words that maybe, you're doing something right because in the middle of a pandemic, your business is going up, you said. So would you have any, comments or anything on that?
I forget which of you said it earlier, but I think one of the biggest things right now that you can do for people is just to continue to reach out. Everybody's stuck in their house or apartment or wherever they live right now. And so I think there are a lot of people just starved for interaction of any kind. And so if you just continue to reach out and be that with clients or just your friends and family or people that maybe you've talked to in the past and haven't connected with for a while, I would just encourage everybody to continue to reach out and connect with folks. And I think business gained is just going to be a natural part of the process as that happens.
Yeah, we should all come out pretty well ahead of ourselves. I have an E.E. Cummings now. Authenticity And I would say that everybody we've had on the show, definitely Craig today, but authenticity, this is what E. Cummings says. He says, to be nobody but yourself in a world which is doing its best night and day to make you everybody else, means to fight the hardest battle which any human being can fight and never stop fighting. So it is hard to be yourself, but if you're yourself, it'll turn into, you know, like Craig just said, you know, if you do your part to connect and be you and just be a servant, you know, maybe they don't need your services right now, but somewhere down the road they may. But the point is, we need to help our network grow and treat them, you know, with kindness and love right now, because everybody needs that. And it's a hard battle sometimes to be yourself. But like you said, you know, our groups right now, we're all meeting online. You got babies and dogs and husbands and wives that are walking through the picture at the same time, but it's all what it's about. You know, we really want to know who you are, not just the facade that you create, you know. And so anyway, that'd be my quote. There we go.
Love it. Awesome quote. Thank you.
Thank you.
We want to thank everybody for joining us today. We want to thank you, Craig, again. Please visit ttrnetworking.com to learn more about our groups. Our groups. To learn about, to get the show notes. Everything that we've talked about is going to be in the show notes. Dawn, thank you for going to be sending us the nonprofit information, how more we can help.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Communities. Also, don't forget free card, sent for you, sendoutcards.com/thankful single mama. We look forward to more conversations yet to come.
Yes, one thing before you say the last comment. Your blog is what?
Oh, my blog, that's right. My blog. My blog actually is also thankfulsinglemama.com.
There you go.
And it's a lot of fun. It's for single parents. It's for non-single parents, caregivers, teachers, especially during this time, to give hope. It's brand new, so I warn you, you might look today, you'll be like, okay, where's the rest? It's evolving. It's evolving, but just to motivate, inspire, enhance, empower parents, anybody, caregivers. So sorry.
So who wouldn't want to go on and check out her blog? She's as authentic as you can be, right there. Meet Nicole, who's doing her best to help everybody. So go ahead. I'll let you close with our last line.
Okay. We hope may all your days be filled with authenticity.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Thank you guys, everybody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.